Hi, welcome to the pilot episode of Let's Make Gunmetal Arcadia. This is the first in what I hope will be a weekly series of video logs documenting the development process of my upcoming game, Gunmetal Arcadia. I'm Kyle Pittman, I'm an indie game developer and co-founder of Minor Key Games. My brother and I started this company 2 years ago, after we had each been working for a number of years in the AAA games industry on titles like BioShock 2 and Borderlands 2. In the last 2 years, we've released a number of games, including Eldritch, Super Win the Game, and most recently, Neon Struct. Right now, my brother David is working on an unannounced project, and I'm working on Gunmetal Arcadia. Gunmetal Arcadia is a game that I've wanted to make for a long time. I'm super excited about it. It's coming along really well, and before I get into sort of the what is part of this video, I want to show you some video footage of it. It still has a long way to go, but it's shaping up to be super awesome, and I can't wait to see how it turns out in the end. So what is Gunmetal Arcadia? In terms of genre, Gunmetal Arcadia is an action platformer roguelike sort of hybrid. If you took Zelda 2 and The Binding of Isaac and mashed those together and made it look super retro, like something that actually could have believably existed on the original NES, that's Gunmetal Arcadia. The moment-to-moment gameplay is sort of platforming hack and slash combat. It should be very familiar to anyone who's ever played Zelda 2. But built around that moment-to-moment gameplay, I want to start bringing in elements of roguelikes, and Binding of Isaac has sort of been my touchstone in terms of sort of the structure of what a single session of that game looks like and feels like. I really like the way it respects the player's time. I can sit down and play that game and know that whether I win or lose, I will be done in probably about 20 or 30 minutes. It's a very nice, consumable, bite-sized game, but there's such a wealth of content there. The longer you play it, the more it unfolds, and you find it has these deep mechanics that you didn't even realize were there the first 10 or 20 hours that you played it. And that's sort of the sweet spot that I'm trying to hit with Gunmetal Arcadia. So why a video log? I've already been maintaining a written blog on gunmetalarcadia.com since last October, so why branch out into video? But with the indie games market becoming as crowded as it is right now, I feel like if I want this game to really have a chance to stand out, I need to try to target a broader spectrum of media and maybe appeal to different audiences. Maybe not everyone wants to read a WordPress blog, but maybe there's an audience who would like to consume media on YouTube or would like to watch Twitch live streams. Well, maybe I can start doing development streaming. That's something I've done in the past. I had a lot of fun with it. I would definitely like to do more of that, but at the same time, I feel like I need to have an outline or a plan before I start streaming so that there's not just dead air for an hour or two. And finding time to sort of script or outline that work doesn't necessarily fit well into my schedule if I'm not making a conscious effort to fit it into my schedule. I'd like to also start posting in development builds of the game for anyone to download and play through, just to sort of give a clearer picture of what a game in development looks like. What does that mean? So I'm trying to appeal to all these different markets. Now I'm still trying to figure out whether that is a reasonable scope. It's easy to imagine that there is a point of diminishing returns where I'm spending so long on this documentation of the development process that I'm not actually doing enough real development to warrant the documentation. I don't want to approach that point yet. My hope is that I can still produce enough real, actual work on the build every single week that I can pick and choose, sort of like, oh, this would be good for the written blog, this would be good for the video, this might be fun to stream. I don't yet know exactly how that's going to pan out. That's one of the reasons that I'm doing this pilot episode, is so I have a better feel for how long it takes to script and record and edit one of these videos together. So hopefully that works out well. You know, if this is something you like and you'd like to see more of these videos, definitely let me know. Now, I haven't yet figured out what exactly the format of these videos will be, whether it's going to be sort of, you know, quick editing, you know, snappy YouTube comedy sort of thing, or whether it's going to be I ramble at a camera for half an hour. I don't yet know exactly what shape these will take. I would definitely be interested to hear from viewers what about this format seems the most appealing. I think one of the obvious things is I can show footage from the game in its complete form, as opposed to just like little quick snippets of gameplay as animated GIFs, or, you know, a big wall of text where I describe things that are happening. And I think that there is some appeal to that sort of thing. It's easier to consume quickly. So maybe my goal should be to make these videos be, you know, no more than 5 minutes, and really just focus on like, here's what the game looks like this week. The other alternative is maybe it's more interesting to just have me in sort of a storyteller role, where I'm describing something that happened this week as part of the development process. Maybe I find a sweet spot somewhere in the middle, where I show the game, do a little bit of narrative. I don't yet know. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below this video. You can also send me questions on Twitter or on ask.fm. My username is PirateHearts on both of those. I'll try to answer any questions that I get the next time I do one of these video logs. So hopefully I'll hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.